Welcome back to the channel, football fans. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating Premier League clash, Brentford versus Arsenal. This fixture has consistently delivered tactical intrigue, and the latest encounter was no exception. On one side, you have Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, a team defined by its fluid positional play, high pressing, and intricate build-up patterns. On the other, Thomas Frank's Brentford, a masterclass in organized defense, direct attacking, and set-piece danger. It's a classic battle of styles, the possession-heavy giants against the pragmatic, well-drilled underdogs. So, grab your notebooks because we're about to dissect the key tactical battles that decided this match. How did Arsenal try to break down Brentford's low block? And what strategies did the Bees use to disrupt the Gunners' rhythm? Let's get into it. First, let's talk about Arsenal's approach in possession. As we've come to expect, Arteta set his team up to dominate the ball. The key was their structure in the build-up phase. You'd often see a 2-3 or a 3-2 shape at the back with one of the fullbacks, usually Zinchenko or a similar profile, inverting into midfield alongside the holding midfielder. Like Declan Rice, this creates a central box, overwhelming the opposition's first line of pressure and providing multiple passing lanes to progress the ball. The objective is to draw Brentford's midfielders out, creating space between the lines for players like Martin Dedegaard or Kai Havertz to receive the ball in dangerous pockets. Arsenal's wingers Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli held the width, stretching Brentford's backline and creating one-on-one situations. The Gunners' patience is crucial here. They circulate the ball from side to side, probing for an opening, waiting for that one lapse in concentration from the Brentford defense. We saw countless examples of this, with quick interchanges and third-man runs designed to disorient the Bees' compact shape. However, breaking down Brentford is never that simple. Thomas Frank is a tactical mastermind when it comes to defensive organization. His side typically sets up in a compact 5-3-2 or a 4-4-2 mid to low block. The key here is discipline and communication. The distances between the defenders and midfielders are minimal, denying Arsenal the central spaces they crave. Brentford's players are exceptional at shifting as a unit, tracking runners and passing on players. Notice how when the ball is on one flank, the entire Brentford team shuffles across, overloading that side and making it incredibly difficult for Arsenal to find a way through. The three central midfielders work tirelessly to screen the defense, blocking passing lanes to Arsenal's creative players. They aren't just passive though. They have specific pressing triggers. For example, a slow back pass or a player receiving with his back to goal is an immediate cue for them to press aggressively, forcing mistakes high up the pitch. This disciplined defensive shell is Brentford's foundation, designed to frustrate possession-based teams and force them into hopeful crosses or long-range shots. Now let's flip the script. What happens when Brentford win the ball back? This is where their threat truly comes alive. They are not a team that builds slowly from the back. Their transition from defense to attack is lightning fast and brutally effective. The moment they regain possession, their primary thought is to go direct. The main target is often their striker, Ivan Toney, or a player with similar aerial prowess like Bryan Mbeumo. They look for that quick, long ball over the top or into the channels. Toney is a master at holding up the ball, winning aerial duels against even the most physical center backs, and bringing his teammates into play. This direct approach completely bypasses Arsenal's high press. Instead of playing through the lines, Brentford plays over them. This forces Arsenal's defenders like Saliba and Gabriel to turn and run back towards their own goal, which is a defender's worst nightmare. Runners from midfield, like Vitaly Janelt or Matthias Jensen, immediately sprint forward to support the attack, looking to pick up second balls or run into the space created by the striker. It's a simple yet devastatingly effective strategy. A huge part of Brentford's game plan, and something Arsenal had to be extremely wary of, is their set-piece expertise. Corners and long throw-ins are treated like penalties at the G-Tech Community Stadium. They have a whole playbook of routines designed to create chaos in the opposition box. You'll see blockers creating space for their best headers, intricate movements to drag defenders out of position, and near-post flicks to create second-phase opportunities. Players like Ethan Pinnock and Christopher Aguerd are immense aerial threats. Arsenal's zonal or man-marking system was tested to its absolute limit. Preparing for Brentford's set pieces requires hours of video analysis and dedicated training ground work. A single lapse in concentration, one missed block or a lost header, and the ball can end up in the back of the net. This constant threat puts immense psychological pressure on the defending team throughout the match, as every dead ball situation feels like a major scoring opportunity for the Bees. Even throw-ins deep in Arsenal's half were launched into the box, turning a simple restart into a genuine attacking platform. So, how did Arsenal try to counter this? Arteta's side is built on a foundation of control, and that extends to their defensive transitions. When they lose the ball, their immediate reaction is to counter-press. The nearest 3 or 4 players swarm the ball carrier, trying to win it back within seconds. This is designed to stop those direct Brentford counterattacks at the source. If the initial press is beaten, players like Declan Rice are crucial. His role is to screen the backline, read the play, and intercept those long balls or cutout passes to the forwards. The duel between Brentford target man and Arsenal's center-backs was one of the key battles on the pitch. Winning that first header is paramount. Furthermore, Arsenal's goalkeeper, whether it's Raya or Ramsdale, has to be aggressive, acting as a sweeper keeper to clean up any balls played in behind the high defensive line. It's a high-risk, high-reward system. When it works, Arsenal suffocate their opponents. When it fails, they are left vulnerable to the exact type of direct attack that Brentford excels at. As the game progressed, we saw the managers make subtle but crucial adjustments. If Arsenal were struggling to break through the center, you might see them focus more on creating overloads in wide areas, using combinations between the fullback, winger, and an attacking midfielder to create crossing opportunities. Bringing on a different type of attacker, perhaps a more direct runner or a physical presence, could also change the dynamic. For Brentford, if they were getting pinned back too much, Frank might instruct his team to press slightly higher up the pitch to disrupt Arsenal's build-up earlier. Or he might make a substitution to bring on fresh legs to continue their high-intensity running. The second half often becomes a chess match. As players tire, spaces open up, and a single tactical tweak can be the difference between a draw and a victory. For instance, Arsenal pushing an extra man forward in the final 10 minutes left them more exposed at the back, creating a nervy end-to-end finish where either team could have snatched a winner. In the end, this clash was a testament to the tactical diversity of the Premier League. Arsenal's quest for control through possession and positional play was met head-on by Brentford's organized chaos, defensive solidity, and direct attack potency. It's a fascinating contrast. One team wants to solve a complex puzzle with intricate passing, while the other wants to smash the puzzle board with a hammer blow on the counter. Every duel, every transition, and every set piece was a mini-battle within the larger war. Did Arsenal's technical quality and patience eventually wear Brentford down, or did the Bees' resilience and sharp counterpunching prove too much for the Gunners? These are the questions that make these games so compelling for us tactics nerds. It highlights that there isn't one single correct way to play football. Success can be found through beautiful, intricate patterns or through disciplined, powerful efficiency. What did you think of the tactical battle? Which manager do you think got their approach right? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I read every single one of them. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more tactical analysis of the biggest games, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.